2-2 it would finish. Obviously mentioned that there were changes to the 11 from Enzo Maresca tonight. Frank had his eye on this game. Is it defensive errors, Frank, costing the side today, costing Chelsea?
Not only. I feel some sympathy about the young Heito and the fact that he made two big mistakes, allowed Qarabag to score goals. But that wasn't only that, you know. First, yeah, it's nice to rotate. It's nice to give some rest to some players, but you have to make sure that you can be able to win, you know, in Azerbaijan, and it's what Chelsea weren't able to do today. They played well for the first 10-15 minutes, and I say, okay, that's great. You know, it's going to be an easy game. They scored a goal, good goal from Estevao, and after that I didn't see the difference between an Azerbaijan team and Chelsea Football Club. So I feel frustrated, and when the second half they changed some player, it was a little bit better, but still Qarabag has some chances. So let's say that the player weren't convinced that it was a important game to play. A draw was enough for them maybe to get through in that Champions League campaign, but I wasn't convinced by anything today.
Is a draw a fair result? Is it the right result for you, Gab, or did Chelsea actually get away with a draw in the end, considering how Qarabag played tonight?
I think arguably they got away with it, and I think that's what's going to disappoint Enzo Maresca, because, you know, when I take on board what Frank said, it felt like, you know, they felt, well, we don't really need to worry about this, it's only Qarabag or whatever. Well, leaving aside that Qarabag are doing more than okay in the Champions League, for me, it was a lot of those individual players who I think just had poor nights. So it's not just Hato, it's Tosin at the back. And when you think, you know, those center back positions right now at Chelsea, they don't really have an established partnership. So those roles are pretty much up for grabs. And it's in games like this where you can seize the opportunity, especially if like Hato, who of course he's also the backup left back, but he hasn't played that much. Tosin, you know, show Maresca that, you know, you should be first choice until Colo comes back. Up front, same thing, Tyreek George, who I think has done well, but some players don't cope well when, you know, they only play once in a while, and sometimes he's wide, sometimes he's up front. That's the frustrating thing, and that's the flip side, I think, of managing a big squad, especially of younger players. You'll have games like this when the people who come in don't seize the opportunity. Maybe some of the regulars, you know, maybe, I don't want to say take the night off, but maybe aren't as intense as they usually are. And then you pay a price for it. And then you got to rely on St. Moises Caicedo to come and bail you out for the umpteenth time.
Would you like to say anything about this game, guys?
No.
What are you're not going to stick up for Qarabag, your most favorite team?
Power ranking featured.
I was focusing on. I was solely focusing on another game that we get to in a bit.
That's fair enough. He was watching.
Who's that? Because at the same time it was Papo Villarreal.
He was. Wait till you hear him on the highlight.
Yes.
We're
going to bring it.
Big Papo's fan.
Yeah, I thought it was Qarabag.
Frank, would you like to add anything else about Chelsea today?
Oh, me?
Yes.
I'm sorry, me?
Yes.
No. Well, now again, I want to think about Heito, and I know how dramatic and traumatic it could be to have a kind of game like that, and I really hope that guy is going to step up, and his teammates will cheer him up to make sure that he can carry on and have a great career. It's never good to start like that way, and people have seen that, so you want to find some recomfort, I would say, from everybody. He has mine, because he can make mistakes and he has to carry on. But that was an off night. That wasn't a good night. That wasn't a good game away from home against the so-called best club in the world. but really, I was very disappointed by the team today.